I'm Indigo. It's really good to see you. I hope you're looking forward to this video. We will be talking about Goosebumps books 19 to 21. Yes, we are officially a third of the way there. I'm having a ton of fun with the series and I hope you are too. But of course you are, you're here. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Book 19 is called Deep Trouble. As you could probably guess from the title and the cover art, the story has a very Jaws-esque quality to it, and why not? Something lurking beneath the waters is an excellent way to build suspense, though this book has a twist. Billy and Sheena are on a sea voyage with Dr. D on the Cassandra. What an awesome name for a boat. Billy keeps telling everyone there's a sea monster that lives in the reef, but he's only half right. He has actually stumbled upon a mermaid. Dr. D gets greedy for money and captures the mermaid to the children's disbelief and sadness. The siblings agree to set the mermaid free, but Dr. D's assistant, Alexander, betrayed them. He and his henchmen try to steal the mermaid away as well as drown the doctor and the children, but a swarm of sirens rescues them and their sister. Dr. D decides to let go of trying to catch a mermaid, and they all live happily ever after until Billy sees a real sea monster. What made this book spooky was the constant peril of the children and not so much the sea monsters. The moral of the story is the real monsters are people. Next we have The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Jody and Mark are on their way to visit their grandparents on their farm. Stanley, the farmhand, picks them up and takes them there. He likes to read and has a son with an unfortunate name of Sticks. Their grandparents seem exhausted and have very little patience, and they soon see these strange scarecrows that Stanley built in the cornfield because the book told him to do it. Jody also sees that the scarecrows are moving around at night, only confirming Stanley's mantra, "The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight." At first, the kids think Sticks is the one doing all the creepy things with the scarecrows, since he's been trying to get them to leave since they arrived. But that's not the case at all. Sticks tells Jody that their grandparents are afraid of Stanley because he used a chant to wake up the scarecrows because he was angry. And though he tried to make them go back to sleep, some of them are still alive. They frantically try to put the scarecrows to sleep, but the only solution is fire. Sticks burns them all with fire. Now, if they could just get the book away from Stanley, they could probably live in peace. This is the definition of a horror book because it's suspenseful, creepy, and there are all of the pieces that fit together in the end. It keeps the reader guessing in a whodunit fashion. And finally, we have Go Eat Worms. I guess if you think worms are scary, this book would probably be spooky, but I found it more disgusting than anything else. Todd is obsessed with worms. Just like any kid with an animal obsession, he is encouraged to have a worm farm in his basement, and he knows all about them. I used to be obsessed with cows. Let me know in the comments if you had a weird animal obsession. However, he also abuses them by playing pranks on other people with them. He puts them in his peers' clothing, and he ruins a science fair project with them. But the worms aren't too happy about this. Todd thinks his sister's trying to do things to get him back for all the pranks because he's seeing worms in his stuff and his food. They even come out of the shower faucet. So now, as Todd plots more revenge against his sister, he needs more worms. He starts digging once again when a giant worm he calls the Mother comes up and grabs him. He is saved because his sister's papier-mâché bird and the worm releases him. Todd decides his new obsession will be butterflies instead, at least until a giant butterfly comes for him. And that's it for this episode. I hope this is giving you all the feels and taming your ghoulish fever this month. Let me know in the comments what you think of these videos and give me your opinion by hitting the like or dislike button. Thank you so very much for watching.